Hey guys, my name is Adam Sanzo, and this is Project Team Building. If you don't know who I am, I'll start with a brief introduction. I'm 37 years old, I live in Toronto, Ontario, and I've been riding bikes for about 7 or 8 years now. I currently have 2 motorcycles, a 2017 Harley-Davidson Dyno Lowrider S and a 1977 Honda CB550 Cafe Racer that I built in my living room over the last year, and I hope to get going any day now. Hopefully by the time you watch this video, but I wouldn't bet on it. I've been around the Toronto and GTA motorcycle scene for, a number of years. You might have seen me at, any number of events, the Moto Socials or any of the charity rides happening. You may also know me through my sidekick, my little dog Hector, the Taco Terrier, who I rescued a few years ago. He's definitely more popular than I am, so I understand if you only know me through him. I've been participating in Movember since about 2012, and I've been growing the mustache and fundraising tens of thousands of dollars over the years through generous donations by my awesome friends and family. If you're not familiar with Movember, they're actually the world's largest men's health charity, focusing on prostate cancer, testicular cancer, and men's mental health and suicide prevention. Go check them out at Movember.com to find out more about how they work in these particular areas and where the fundraising goes. I've been pretty open about my mental illness struggles over the years, and it's actually the main reason why I participate in Movember. Lastly, I've been fortunate enough to be featured in the Movember global media campaign as the lopsided one. You might have seen me on some billboards driving into the city, or on a commercial, or a bus shelter. It's been one of the coolest experiences of my life, and I'm pretty proud to be called the lopsided one. If you still don't know who I am, just Google me, I guess. I've always wanted to say that. I've been participating in the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride since 2015 here in Toronto. If you don't know what the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride is, it's a charity ride where men and women dress up in their most dapper clothing, riding their vintage and classic styled motorcycles. And we raise tens of thousands of dollars every year in Toronto. Over the last few years, I've been fortunate enough to help plan and organize with the Toronto Ride host, my good buddy Paul Dutra. And we look forward to the ride every year. It's one of the coolest rides you'll see, and we hope to get back to it next year, once again, when things are back to normal and we're able to have group rides once again. Next, I'll talk about our project, the concept, the history, and how we got to this stage. So what is Project Team Building, you might ask, and how do we get to this stage? So I'll start from the beginning. Last year in the summer, Movember and the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride launched the Social Connections Challenge, where they put out a global call to ask for any innovative ideas and concepts on how to get men to socially connect and improve their mental health and well-being through motorcycling. I figured with my background in both Movember and the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride that it would be a perfect opportunity to throw my hat into the ring, together with a few awesome friends, which I'll hopefully feature in some future videos. We came up with the concept of Project Team Building, which is essentially a community motorcycle build where the project participants and the larger community will build a custom motorcycle and document that process on our YouTube and other social media channels. We submitted our idea in the fall, and we were actually fortunate enough to be chosen for a development grant along with 18 other global projects. We spent the entire winter researching, hosting focus groups, and finding out from potential participants what exactly they'd like to see, and if our concept was viable, and which components we should focus on. We also got some incredible feedback from some project partners across Ontario who are offering their services to help us with the build once we get going, which I'm super grateful for. Earlier this year, we submitted our final project plan to Movember, and back in May, we were fortunate enough to be selected as one of 9 global projects to enter the pilot project stage and receive full funding, which again is super incredible. And the fact that we are also only the only Canadian project to be successful is something that we're super proud of. We're incredibly thankful to Movember and the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride for this opportunity. We'll now be commencing our 1-year pilot project, and I'll take a little bit of time to talk about how our concept will work, what are the main components, and how you can participate and follow along. So as I mentioned, Project Team Building is essentially a community motorcycle build where we'll have a private group of participants, which we've actually been selecting over the past couple months. It's 11 awesome guys from all across Ontario who will participate in weekly private build sessions, both virtually and in person, should restrictions allow, to create a custom motorcycle in one of the styles that the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride accommodates, whether it be a cafe racer, a bobber, a chopper, etc. The participants themselves will be choosing the style and direction of the bike, which I think is a unique component of this project that we haven't really seen in the past. Each week we'll focus on a specific component of the bike, such as the carburetors, the handlebars, the brakes, and so on, so that we could teach these guys about the mechanics and customization of the motorcycle, and to also be a safe space where we can have communication and open dialogue, and to create the social connections, which is essentially the main component of our project. We'll also be recapping each one of these build sessions every week and posting them to YouTube for the larger public motorcycle community to follow along. So don't worry, it's not just a private project. We hopefully will get as many people involved with the build as possible. We'll have technical leads both here in our shop, and we'll also bring the bike to other fabricators, mechanics, and services to showcase their work and for them to be a part of the build to create, a cool custom bike that everyone can be involved with. We'll also be promoting the message of mental health and well-being by interviewing people from both the motorcycling community or the mental health community, or sometimes people that are involved in both, to share their stories of how motorcycling has positively impacted their lives, which is something we can all relate to. These videos will also be posted to YouTube for everyone to see and follow along. So that'll also be a cool component of the project. We'll also have giveaways and other promotions throughout our build to keep the larger community involved, because who doesn't love a good giveaway, right? Once the project bike is completed, we'll be raffling it off at next year's Distinguished Gentleman's Ride here in Toronto, where all of the proceeds will be put back into our project budget and hopefully keep the project going into the future with a new bike next year, a new group, and maybe even different builds in different areas. That'll be the dream, and we'll work towards it. As we are a charity initiative and our budget is pretty modest, we're always going to be looking for help from the community to assist us in our project build. If you'd like to help us out in any way, whether it be to help us outfit our shop or to help us with video production, for parts or supplies for the build, or providing items for our giveaways, feel free to reach out, and we're open to any ideas you might have. Currently, as you can see, we are setting up our shop, which is located in Mississauga, Ontario, and is being hosted in a large machining shop. Thanks to our friend Paul and his company Classic Machine for hosting our project over the next year. We will showcase more of our shop space as we continue to set it up over the next few weeks. As this is our first video on YouTube, and as you can see, I'm not a professional actor or a host by any means, even though I was on a global commercial for like 2 to 3 seconds. I promise our video production and production value will increase over time. So please be kind in the comments section, and I'm sure we'll be improving over time. Thanks again to all the support that we've received to this point. I hope you enjoy following our project build. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel or our social media channels, which is at Project Team Building on Instagram or Project Team Building on Facebook. Or if you're interested in reaching out specifically directly to me, you can email me at any time at info@projectteambuilding.com. Or you can check out our website, www.projectteambuilding.com, and fill out our form on how you'd like to be involved. Thanks for watching this video. We will see you on the next one, and thanks for following Project Team Building. Cheers.